Hey, what's up, Big Nation? It's David Labby coming to you on May 29th, 2017. Today is Monday, Memorial Day. So, to all the men in service, thank you very much for serving. I have a lot of friends that are that are serving our country in the Navy, Marines, Army, National Guard, and Air Force, and also don't forget the U.S. Coast Guard. So shout out to all my buddies out there that are working hard and doing what they can to keep this country safe and to keep it functioning. So I highly appreciate everything that you do. Let's just go real quick into what I'm going to be talking about for the day. There we go. Sorry, arm was getting tired. This is like take 3 because I kept on messing up in the beginning. But hey, this is real. This is raw, uncut footage. So I try and just do my best to, give you guys what's real and what's not. As you can see, my beard's getting really shaggy. I'm gonna have to trim that up pretty soon. I'm probably gonna do that by the end of the week. This is week 13, and I'm trying to finish off strong and continue with everything that I'm doing. Within the limitations that have come upon me. There's going to be obstacles in everything in life, and you just have to overcome, guys. Life is going to throw lemons, eggs, all different types of crap at you, and you literally just have to take it as it comes and to do the best with it that you can. You can't allow this frustration to get a hold of you. It's very easy to fall down the rabbit hole and to allow things to just spiral out of control emotionally, mentally. It's mentally taxing. It just takes its toll on you. And it's very easy to get swept up and just want to give up because, something's not perfect. It's not done to the best of your capability or what you feel is the best of your capability. But I'm telling you right now, consistency over time is what's going to do the best for you. Even if it's small steps plus consistency over time will equal great victories. I'm not perfect. I haven't done things perfectly. When I was doing things perfectly, those things stacked and I had great results. And I'm ready to prep things out for the next couple of weeks to try and increase my weight loss. My next goal is 275 pounds. I'm now under 300. I'd like to get down to 250 if I could lose another 50 pounds in the next 3 months. I think that's a healthy enough goal. But I know that there are things that I can do that if I set up for them can increase my fat loss and increase my muscle gain exponentially. Now, granted, you can't do both at the same time at large scale, right? But if you do, you can do one or the other at an accelerated rate. But you can accelerate both to the point where you're gaining a little bit of muscle and you're burning some fat, right? So that way you're doing both at the same time. It is possible to burn fat and gain muscle at the same time. You just cannot do it to scale. That's all. Because you can scale up muscle gain, right, exponentially by your food intake and what you're doing each day, allowing your bodies to recuperate, having that appropriate recovery time and increasing your nutrition, right? You can do that. Same thing with fat loss. You can increase your nutrition, decrease your caloric intake, not to the point where you're going to screw up your metabolism, but you can do it to the point where, where you're cutting out certain things, low fat, low sugar, doing a moderate fat, and with ketosis, we'll speed these things up and get you going. I highly recommend anybody that's trying to cut. Ketosis can be great for you short term. Other people, there are things that if you're going to be doing ketosis long term, you have to be aware of, such as being careful, getting enough vitamin C, getting other nutrients from other sources, supplementing as well. That's going to help you out the most with mitigating any potential problems, because too much uric. So if you have high protein on the ketogenic diet and you're not working out enough, your body's not utilizing enough protein, it can increase the amount of uric acid that is in your body and cause kidney stones, UTIs, a few other things that can happen. It can cause some problems long term if you're not staying up with it. But if you're staying hydrated, if you're staying up on your nutrition, and you are eating, nutrient dense vegetables as your carbs, you're still having, a minimal amount to keep certain functions going, it can be very beneficial for you over the long term. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that I stay within certain guidelines. I'm not stressing myself out over the smaller details right now because I have enough on my plate. When I'm finally trying to get to a certain point, which is what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks, I'm allowing myself this time to kind of, just continue with what I'm doing, hone things down, and then when I finally get my food scale in and I can really hone in on my nutrition, which is what I've been doing. I've been focusing on the quality. Now I really want to focus on quantity and variety of the nutrition, so that way I'm setting myself up for the week. And also I'm going to be doing prep twice a week instead, because I don't know about you, but I hate eating old food. Old food is just one of the worst things. I've done prep at the beginning of the week, and it's okay. I mean, you can cook a bunch of chicken breasts. So many people cook everything from the beginning of the week, and then they either freeze some or they refrigerate it for the week. And there are ways to reheat your food to make it taste better, so that way you don't have dry chicken. You can add a little bit of water and some coconut oil, or a little bit, spray on some butter. If you're allowing butter in your diet, or you can do a little bit of olive oil. You microwave it. It moistens it up a little bit, and makes it a little much tastier, almost like it's fresh. But then you're doing extra things that are almost taking as much time as it would if you just taken the time. So I usually cook dinner, or my wife cooks dinner. So from now on, what I'm planning on doing is just doing some prep at the beginning of the week, maybe boiling up a dozen eggs or something like that. So that way and maybe cooking, a pound of bacon, or 2 pounds of bacon, and then divvying up my snacks and stuff like that, and getting that ready. So that way those things are all prepped for the week. It'll be a lot easier for me to just grab them and go. But I'm going to be cooking each night, because you cook dinner, right? Most people cook dinner at night. I'm going to be saving my protein. I'm going to be saving part protein. I'm going to be cooking a little bit extra, and I'm going to be saving that for the next day, so that way I can have my salad. So I prep my salad at the beginning of the week, right? I have it all in my little containers, but I put, so a few tricks that I have. One thing is to help keep your salad fresh, put it in a paper towel. So I get the paper towel halves, so that way it's just not one paper towel. I put a half of a paper towel into each container right on top, and that absorbs the moisture, right? The excess moisture, because when condensation happens on your leafy vegetables, that causes some problems, and that increases the bacterial rate as well as the biodegradable rate of your vegetation. So I know that's a lot of words. Pretty much I'm just saying that it stops it from going bad as fast, right? So it helps out, putting a paper towel on each one, and that'll save you time for the week. So that way all I have to do is just throw that in my pack, throw in my leftovers from the night before, and I have stuff to add to my salad, right? Makes sense. Makes easy. Easy squeezy, lemon peasy. I think that's the saying. Michael Caine. What a great actor. I'll always think of him as Alfred. Very true. So I think that's pretty much it that I want to talk about right now. Just, preparation and getting things in order and having a few things to focus on at the beginning. I did my best to control as many factors as I could, but life's going to throw things at you, and you have to make a choice on what's more important. And to me, I wasn't willing to sacrifice exponential amount of time with my family. I wasn't willing to sacrifice, all my time into this I needed to make it more manageable. And now that I've gotten certain things down, right, I can do a lot better later on. So now that I have these habits in place that make it a lot easier, I can add triggers to each of these things that will make it a lot easier for me, behavioral wise, to incorporate them into my routine. So that's what I'm working on. All right, guys. So remember, be informed, stay motivated, live big. Who up?